I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
All right, folks, as you might be able to see, we're having a little bit of trouble with internet. We had plenty just a few seconds ago, and now as we've come on air, we've lost our internet on multiple sources. So we're going to continue to try to get things working here and see if we can make things go the way they're supposed to. I'm Dwayne Hulett. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Is it still a little catchy? So we'll make a few adjustments here and see if we can get it to work a little bit better for you folks at home. Tegan Perry is alongside. Tegan, we're about 5 minutes away from game time here. And it's going to be a much tougher contest, I think, tonight for the Bombers than the teams prior have been. Both teams come in undefeated again. So it is by definition, a tougher opponent and a better opponent tonight for the Bombers.
Yeah, ROWVA's coming in here going 2-0, getting off a good win against, I believe, the Tornadoes. Avon and Abington, I believe that's the school. It was a 41-12 victory, and they look to do it again against Macomb. Macomb's set to defend the ball first, actually. Yeah,
they won the toss and deferred to the second half. Again, we're working on some stuff here. Looks like we should have better internet now. We'll see if things catch up and work a little better for the folks at home. It looks like they are working better now, so we've switched back and forth between a couple internets. That happens occasionally. It seems like when we first go on, we have a little bit of problems, and then there it's dropping again. It says we have plenty of internet, so I'm not real sure why this thing is having that problem. So I apologize as we work to continue to fix that issue.
Welcome to the field, your 2022 ROWVA Cougars!
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I told about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
And welcome back here as the shadows are falling over the field here at ROWVA High School in Oneida, Illinois. I'm Dwayne Hulett.
Back deep to receive the kickoff for the RW Cougars is number 1, Nolan Coverdale.
Nolan Coverdale back to receive for the Cougars as we are still battling some issues, I believe. We're getting no data at all from OBS now. So the first offensive play coming here for the Cougars, and the Bombers are there to wrap it up. Meredith and others there. Hogue.
Ball carrier brought down by number 75.
Loss of 2 on the play.
I think it was number 76, Ty Martin, on the stop for the Bombers, actually. So I think we got things rolling here now. Please get in our live chat, let us know. And just as I say that, it locks up on me. Rolling out near side, into the flat it comes, incomplete. Out there on coverage, Lindsey May. The pass was intended for Adam Cole. It's 3rd down and 12 for the Cougars. Just underway here in the first half. 11:09 to go in quarter number 1.
Spectre over the pass here, or unless they want to try to go for it on 4th down, they might run up the middle.
Shadows pretty solid here at ROWVA High School. Our back is to the sun. In motion, now the handoff's going to go left side on a counter, but it's going to be a short gain. Number 24 on the carry, Brian Bertelshofer. And it's a gain of 4. Very short 4, but we'll give him 4th down and 8 for the Cougars. And back to punt for the Cougars, number 85, Jack Goodsill. So it'll be the Bombers looking to return a punt back deep for the Bombers. Can't see what number that is back deep for the
21,
Bombers.
JT.
Jeter. A short punt, fire, and it nearly got Jones, but it's going to roll harmlessly to a stop just outside the 40, about the 42 or 43 yard line. and
Down on 42-yard line brings up first down and 10 for Macomb.
it's going to be Duncan back at quarterback. Max Reiner, the lone setback. Braden Holdhouse is near. No, is that 21 or 11? No, it is 11 over here, I believe. Can't see the number there. It was Holdhouse near side. Handoff's going to go up the middle. Reiner.
Flag on the play.
Number 13 was your ball
Might
carrier,
get called
brought
for a
down number
holding.
68,
That might be
Greg
going
White.
back.
Penalty on the play.
Penalty on the play. Charge to the Bombers. 10-yard penalty. There's a spot of foul penalty. We'll see where they mark it back to. They're going to mark it way back. It's going to end up being a 15-yard penalty. It's going to bring up first down and 25. A 15-yard penalty for the Bombers on the hold. So it's a spot of foul. That's the reason why it goes back to where it did. JT Jeter this time on the shovel pass. He's going to get a chunk of that back. He's going to be out past the 35-yard line to about the 36.
Yeah, when JT Teeter gets to that edge, he just beats you with his speed, and there's not really much you can do, but ROWVA made a good tackle at the very end.
A gain of 7 on the completion. Second down and 18 for the Bombers. Duncan's going to roll right this time. Looks into the flat again. It's Langdon Allen. Had it in his hands and dropped it. Incomplete.
Pass from number 7 to 82 falls incomplete.
And
Brings up
it's going to bring
third
up
down
third
and
down
17.
and 17 or 18 for the Bombers. Back to the near side it comes. Joy Baker says, go Bombers. Thanks for coming in the live chat, Joy. Hopefully we can figure out why the internet keeps locking up. There's absolutely no reason. We've got good signal and we got good service. Not sure why YouTube is locking it up on us. Duncan looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Intended for Jeter. And back in coverage was Adam Cole. And Langdon Allen is saying, either saying he got held or he was wide open. I'm not real sure which he's saying there on that play, but it's going to be 4th and long. That means the Bombers will punt as well. On to punt for the Bombers going to be number 1, Drew Watson.
Back to receive the punt is number 5, Adam Cole. And punting from Macomb is number
Adam
1.
Cole is going to be back to receive the punt for the Cougars. He's not nearly far enough back, Tegan, if the punt works as it has for Drew Watson. The rugby-style punt has been very, very effective for the freshman from Macomb.
Yeah, that's true. The last couple of games, he's averaged around 40 yards a punt, and even in the last game, he even got 18 yards off, I believe.
And he does throw it over, get it over the head of Cole deep down into the Cougars' territory. It's going to be just outside the 10, I do believe, at about the 13-yard line.
Langdon Allen, 35, are going at it all the way over there.
All they're saying it's all the way down on the 10. It looks like it's past this outside the 10. We'll wait and see where they mark it. But I'll tell you what, that was a huge punt from about the 36.
Yep. Bombers defense needs to step up right here and make a stop.
That's a 50-yard punt, 50-plus yard punt for the freshman from Macomb. So the Bombers back on defense, 9:21 to go here in the first quarter. Handoff's going to go to the fullback, number 30, 85, the ball carrier. That is Jack Godsell. He's going to go for a loss of 1, brings up second down and 11 for the Cougars. And they're waiting on something here.
They're checking the play real quick. making sure everything's all right.
So the quarterback, number 12, Riley Danner,
Oh,
under
they
center.
fumble.
Ball's on the ground, but it's going to be gathered up
Fumble on the play,
by the aforementioned Danner.
covered by RW.
He'll lose another yard. It's a very short 12, 3rd and 12 now for the Cougars. Neither team's offense able to get much going. Of course, the Bombers did gain some positive yards after losing 15 on a holding penalty. Once again, that's a spot of the foul penalty, and we apologize for everybody at home that keeps getting this bouncing back and locking up. The internet service is all over the place, apparently.
Ooh, Jaden Jones with a huge hit out of bounds.
Nolan Coverdale gets a short gain. He's going to go for a gain of 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. 4th down and 8, excuse me. And it should be another punt coming to the Bombers. On to punt will be number 85, Jack Godsell. Back deep will be JT Jeter.
Interesting statistic. They've lost 2 yards and then gained 4 on both drives.
Here comes the punt. Short punt again. And they think that Jones kicked it, and he very well could have. JT Jeter wisely dives on it and stops it. A couple Cougars are there to make the play. If Jeter hadn't have fell on it, probably a good idea. It's going to be 1st and 10 Bombers at the 48-yard line of the Cougars.
Yeah, both teams aren't playing their football right now. They're not doing what they want to do, but after the first couple of drives and they've warmed up, who knows? They might have the Bombers might have a big play coming up right here.
Be a pitch out to Jaden Jones. That's a run. He's going to go across the 40, down near the 35. Jaden Jones on the carry. Oh, was it 2? I thought it was 3. Was it?
No, it was Jaden Jones.
Okay.
He got a gain of 13.
Yep. Jaden Jones on the carry. That might be his first offensive carry. A gain of 13. A Sports Corner first down for the Bombers. Duncan, again, that hard count from Duncan is awesome.
Yeah. Even when you know it, even when you know that he's going to do it, it's so caught.
First quarter, Duncan hands off. No, fakes the handoff, throws into the flat. It's caught over there on the far side by JT Jeter. We'll see where they take that down to. Ball from the 31-yard line, down inside the 20, it would appear. Going to go down to the 18, a 13-yard completion.
Expect a run from Max Reiner right here. They love running Max Reiner near the goal line in the red zone.
Duncan takes the shotgun snap, hands off to Reiner just as Tegan called. And they're finally going to spin him down. A 3 or 4 yard gain, it would appear, on first down. We'll see where they actually mark it at.
Brought down by number 60, Brody Bledsoe.
It'd be a gain of 4 for Reiner, his first carry. It's 6:30 to go in the first quarter. Bombers threatening here early in the ball game, trying to get the first points for either team here tonight. Duncan tries the hard count again. Now he gets to play, and he's going to take it from the shotgun again. 2 setbacks, 1 far and 1 near, and they bobble it. Duncan is going to fall with it, and there's a flag down.
Quarterback was sacked on the play.
Might have been not an illegal formation, but illegal procedure downfield.
It's also a penalty.
Not sure what they threw on the far side. May have been ineligible downfield. Looked like he was going to pass it, but he didn't mean to pass it, and he never did pass it. So we'll see what the call is here. It was 2nd down and 6. He slid at about a loss of about 6, it would appear, 7. So 3rd and if it's a 5-yard penalty, if you could take the play.
Yeah, illegal man downfield.
Got a face mask on the defense. They offset, so it'll be 2nd down and 6 again after all that.
offsetting penalties. Replay the down.
Both teams fairly undisciplined so far.
Yeah, that was a surprise and really a good thing for the Bombers there as they now face 2nd and 8 at about the 15-yard line. Clock running. Duncan's going to take the snap again. This time the handoff's going to go to Lindsey May. He cuts it upfield. Nice tackle from behind by number 60, Brody Bledsoe, and a host of his buddies. Lindsey May, no gain. In fact, they move it back about a yard. We'll give him a loss of 1.
Defense read the offensive formation perfectly on the O-line. They knew where they were going to go, so they filled through that hole and got Lindsey May there.
So again, Langdon Allen near side, JT Jeter far side, Lindsey May to the left of Duncan, Reiner to the right. Flat pass is connected to JT Jeter. He's going to be shoved out of bounds, but it's going to be a sports corner first down.
Number 21 pushed out of bounds by number 56, Gage Aldred.
From the 16.
It is 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Expect a run from Max Reiner up the middle here. And if that doesn't work, they might run quickly and do a quick pass.
Back up under center for the first time all night, I think. Handoff's going to go to Reiner. He's going to cut it upfield, spin off, turn around backwards, and he's in for a Tom Conklin State Farm touchdown as the Bombers score with 4:45 to go in the first quarter.
Max Reiner had good eyes up the field. He saw the amount of defenders coming to him, so he spun out of the way and got into the end zone for a good touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run for Max Reiner. And the Bombers are going to go for 2 here, it would appear. Langdon Allen in a wingback position, as is Jeter. Single steep setback is Reiner. Allen's going in motion, rolling to the right, looking back to the left, off cross body to Braden Holthouse. The 2-point conversion is good.
A little bit of miscommunication on the defense. Thought they were going to throw to Langdon over there, left Holthouse wide open over there in the corner for an easy 2-point.
Macomb 8, RW 0.
Bombers up 8-0 after the touchdown.
Now after ROWVA, they just scored on you. You got to go back down and score on them. What do you think you do here on this drive? How do you set the momentum? Do you start running up the middle, or do you want to start throwing?
You do whatever you feel most comfortable, and I would imagine they'd like to get their fullback in action here.
Macomb sending off the kickoff. Might try the squib kick again, but I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to try to booting it downfield as far as possible. Oh, they squib it.
It's going to be a short squib kick, and a fair catch is called. Good call. Jack Godsell on the fair catch.
You got to think after the first kickoff, coach went to the sideline and said, okay, whatever you do, just fair catch it. Because Macomb might try that all night if they see that it works more.
Looks like our scoreboard program is going to be down. We had problems with another computer. We changed computers. And I think that might be our issue the whole time here. So we're going to keep going as now we're having internet issues again. I think it may very well be our scoring program that's causing our problems, folks. We apologize. It's 8-0 Bombers, 4:45 to go. Handoff's going to go up the middle. First big play of the game for the Cougars. Brian Bertelshofer on the carry. See where they mark it. I think it's going to be 9 on the carry. Well, maybe it is 8. 2nd and 2. 4:20 to go.
Yeah, Chauffeur over there just ran over Max Reiner, and once you take him out of this defense, that's a crucial piece. Oh.
And the Bombers
believe that's a neutral
It
zone
is.
infraction on the defense.
Encroachment on the defense.
Second
5-yard
penalty,
penalty.
20 yards in penalties, and a first down for the Cougars.
Both teams capitalizing off mistakes here after their second drives.
And I'll try it again. 1st and 10 for the. So we apologize, folks. It appears that it was the scoring program causing our problems. The handoff's going to go to off the right side. The handoff to Nolan Coverdale.
Coverdale was your ball carrier.
I think he got just past the line of scrimmage. A gain of 1. Going to bring it 2nd down and 9 with 3:52 to go. Clock running here in the first quarter. Bombers up 8-0. And again, sorry for the no scoreboard tonight.
Hey, we're the scoreboards, all right?
Reiner's going to come left side from his outside linebacker spot. Danner going to come back up under center. Everything's been under center thus far. Hand off to the fullback. He's got some running rooms. Godsell. Quick hit through the line, and Godsell is going to go for a gain of 8. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 at about the 33-yard line of the Bombers. Third down and 1 for the Cougars, driving here against the Bombers defense. The Bombers defense has not had anybody drive like this, and they look for the hard count against the Bomber defense, and Danner sets back up and gets the play.
3rd and 1, Macomb needs to stop right now. Forcing the punt here.
Danner back under center. He's going to take the handoff to Godsell. He's going to get the first down.
Again, number 85 was your ball carrier.
Clock is stopped for the first down at 2:45 mark of the first quarter. A gain of 2 brings up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line of the Bombers for the Cougars. As they look at their wristbands to decide what the play is going to be, Danner in the shotgun this time. In motion. Handoff's going to go on across to number 24. That's Brian Birchschulfer. He's going to have another first down. Clock stopped from the 31-yard line down inside the 20.
Gain of 11 there.
Well, we'll see. I think he's in. We'll see if he's at the 20 or inside the 20. We'll see where they mark it here. Gain of 12 for the junior, Brian Bertelshofer.
Bertelshofer has been breaking off some big runs today. So far, he has a rush for 9 yards and that one for 12.
Danner from the shotgun again. Bertelshofer the lone setback. He's going to get the handoff. Same exact play. Not as successful for the Cougars that time. He is going to go for a positive yardage, but not nearly as much as he did last time. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 again. Yeah, we'll give him 4. 2nd and 6 for the Cougars inside the red zone of the Bombers now as they try to answer the Bombers' last drive. So the first drive for each team struggles. Neither one was able to do anything positive for the most part. Now the handoff going to go to Godsell on the crossbuck, and he's going to go down close to a first down. It's going to be 3rd down, though. 8-0, 1:15 to go in the first quarter. He's going to get a gain of about 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 2 for the Cougars. Obviously, Tegan, they're in 4-down territory here, down by 8.
Yeah, for my bad. For ROWVA, you want to hand it off to Godsell again because he's been consistently giving you yards. If I'm them. Oh, they're calling a timeout.
Timeout, RW.
Yeah, Spencer Young, you can see the scoreboard when we turn the camera that way. You are correct. And a timeout's going to be called with 53 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We will tell you this game being brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH was voted best of the best in 2017, 2018, 2019, and again in 2020. There are 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Sorry, folks, here.
Unfortunately,
Was that the right way? Was I supposed to throw it that way? What was I supposed to do? I don't know. I got hit by a beach ball. I just tried to hit it, but I hit it that way and nobody did anything, so I kind of feel bad now. Oh, the cheerleader almost got hit. This game also being brought to you by Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. And with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory.
All right, 3rd and 2.
Here's the handoff. It's going to go to Godsill right up the middle. He's going to have the first down, I do believe. They stopped the clock. He's inside the 5 or to the 5.
5 Godsill as you carry again. Picks up the RW first down.
It's an RW first down. It is ROWVA Williamsfield. He's not. I guess he's not to the 5. First and goal at the 9. He didn't go nearly as far as I thought he had, Tegan, but it's first and goal at the 9.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're in a home field, it's hard to really tell when you have a bunch of bodies there, but that one, it was more favorable.
Handoff's going to go underneath. The quick handoff, stretching it out, was on the carry. Lewis Sams.
Lewis Sams that carries ball.
He's going to get a positive game, but a great job of the Bombers defense to spread it out all the way to the sideline. Is a very short gain on the play.
Gain of 1, I think.
I gave him 2. It's going to bring up second down and goal from the 7-yard line. Yeah, we haven't had any more problems since we turned the scoreboard off. We had scoreboard issues with the other computer too, so I wonder if there's something not with the app going on. That's going to bring the first quarter to an end here from ROWVA High School as the ROWVA Williamsfield Cougars are threatening, but they trail the Macomb High Bombers 8-0. We'll take a break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH in just a minute.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back to ROWVA High School in Oneida, Illinois. Second quarter action getting ready to start here and taking the ROWVA Williamsfield Cougars threatening as they have it second and goal. They're saying from the 6. We called it from the 7, but it's either or. A chance to get back in this ballgame trailing the Bombers 8-0.
Yeah, ROWVA here, they want to really break through right now and put the momentum their way. Macomb got off to a really good start, but then ROWVA just had a good drive after good drive, and they've been capitalizing off Macomb's mistakes. And if they want to make this game theirs, they have to score right here. As we've seen before, once Macomb gets the momentum, they usually just carry it all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, they had a great drive. The defense started well on the first 2 drives for the Bombers against the Cougars defense, or Cougars offense, but the Cougars offense has come to life now after the Bombers offense on their second possession found their way into the end zone. They're looking to get back on get on the scoreboard for the first time. There comes the handoff. Is going to go in close to a touchdown. He is in. It is number 24, Brian Bertelshofer, with 11:57 to go.
Seems like the deadly duo of Bertelshofer and Godsill have been really wrecking this Macomb defense right now.
Much faster game tonight, though, than we've seen in games past. It's
And
on for the PAT. Going to be number 34. That's Cole Miller.
kind of risky going for the PAT.
It is good.
Your extra point for number 34, Cole Miller, is good. 11:57 to go before half.
I mean, we saw them kick field goals earlier today, so maybe late game situation, you bring out the kicker if it's a really close game.
Yeah, that didn't have a whole lot of length on it. It wouldn't have been good from 20 yards. It was good from 13, but I don't think it would have been good from 20. That doesn't mean he can't kick from 20. Just means that, or I should say that was good from 17. It wouldn't be good from 30. But at any rate, 11:57 to go here in the first half. The Bombers now lead by 1, 8-7 over the Cougars.
I'm fairly surprised that they did want to kick the extra point. I understand it's fairly earlier in the game, but we've seen in Macomb's game that whenever they have the lead, that's still momentum for them.
Yeah, this early in the game, you feel like if the Bombers score again, they can stop that two-point conversion more often than they can stop the field goal. That's essentially what they're saying, and we can even it up later and take a lead later by stopping them. So they're showing a little trust in their defense and saying that we can make stops. So we'll take our points where we know we can get them, and we'll go from there. JT Jeter back deep is on to kick for the Cougars. Cole Miller. 8-7, Bombers lead. 11:57 to go here in the first half. That's not Paul. It was number 68 actually kicking. I apologize for that. Graham Wright.
Oh.
And the Bombers down the far sideline, breaking a couple tackles.
Jeter is still
going. He gets ran out of bounds, and they never did bring him down. It's JT Jeter on a huge return for the Bombers as he's down into Cougar territory. It looks like right around the 40-yard line. They're going to mark it right on the 40, it would appear. Waiting on a few players to get out of the way to see for sure where they're going to mark it. It is 1st and 10 Bombers at the 40-yard line of the Cougars, and JT Jeter, you've said it numerous times, he's got speed, but he's deceptively strong, too. He's not just speed. He broke several tackles on that run back.
Yeah, a lot of the Macomb wide receivers are not only fast, but they're strong as well. And as you saw there, handoff's
going to go to Reiner, and he's going to be met about 1 or 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. The middle of this defense for the Cougars is substantially stronger than any defense the Bombers have faced to this point. A gain of 2 for Reiner gives him 6 on the night, 2 carries for 6 yards, and a great moon rising over there on the far side. You can see that on the camera right now, folks. That is an awesome shot here in Central Illinois. Duncan. Looks like
hard count.
Connor Bishop is the lone setback beside Duncan this time. Langdon, Allen, and Bishop's going to get the carry. Was that Bishop?
Yeah, that was Bishop. Macomb's not currently winning the line of scrimmage right now, and I was talking with Toro earlier today, and he said he wanted to make a key emphasis that we win the line of scrimmage, and Macomb really hasn't done that so far.
Bishop is going to get down to the 35, a gain of 3. Yeah, they have not, at least in the middle, they have not won the battle. I mean, they're winning it slowly, but they're not winning it like they're used to, that is for sure.
Right, yeah, but ROWVA's a lot tougher opponent, and they've been really testing this.
Duncan rolls right, looks to the flat. He's got JT Jeter. He makes one guy miss, and he's going to get a sports corner first down for the Bombers. Down inside the 25-yard line, near the 22. A gain of at least 10. We'll see where they mark it at here. 21-yard line, a 14-yard gain for Jeter. 44 yards on 4 completions for Duncan, and all 4 of them are to JT Jeter. Duncan with Reiner to his left now. In the shotgun again, 10-11 remaining. Reiner's got some running room. He's going to break it outside, get a block. Well, I thought he was going to get a block from Jeter, but he didn't need it. Oh, they're going to say he was down just outside the goal line. From the 21 down to the 1. It's a first down, a sports corner first down for the Bombers, and we'll see if it's at the 1 or at the 2 here.
It's, I believe, at the
It is at the 1. It's at the 1, so it's a 20-yard gain for Reiner.
Yeah, expect either a QB sneak from Jack right now.
Duncan's going to go up under center. Takes a snap, QB sneak, and he is in for the touchdown. Jack Duncan, a 1-yard touchdown run with 9:48 remaining in the second quarter.
Caught the entire defensive line off guard. They were not expecting him to sneak it in.
Duncan with a 1-yard touchdown run, 14-7. And now's what we talked about, Tegan. This is a key play for the Cougars, as they don't want to get behind 3 points here. They need to make this stop so a touchdown and a field goal ties, right?
Yep.
And the handoff's going to go to Reiner, and he's going to be met in the backfield, and he's not going to get there. That's exactly what the Cougars needed to do. They're playing even football as long as they can stop every other one of those, and they get ahead if they can stop 2 of them in a row. So the run was no good.
Yep. That's a good bit of a momentum going straight to ROWVA right now. So once you get back on the field, you're like, we want to go down, score that touchdown, kick the same field goal, tie game, and now it's in our ballpark. They have to play our game now.
Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bombers sports here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And you can see the moon there on camera again is maybe at the half, as we're going to get there pretty quick at this rate. Maybe Kenny can zoom in on it as we go to our first break at the half, as Kenny Suter is here running camera for us tonight, so we appreciate that. This game being brought to you by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. So 9:48 to go here in the first half. Bombers up by 7, 14-7. The Bombers have scored 2 touchdowns and 1 2-point conversion. The Cougars, of course, 1 touchdown and 1 PAT. So Langdon Allen on the kick for the Bombers, as the Bombers deferred the opening kickoff. So they will get the ball to open the second half, and that makes each one of these drives at the end of the half here for the Cougars even more important, doesn't it?
Yep, it does, because the squib kick up the middle.
It's going to be bounced around. It's on the ground, and it's going. That Bomber, is there a Bomber there?
Yeah, there is. Oh, I think
it might be Bomber football. Nope, it is not.
But yeah,
Luke Nelson came up with the recovery, but man, an orange helmet came flying in there at the last second. But it's going to be 1st and 10, ROWVA Williamsfield at their own 34-yard line.
35-yard line.
Yeah, it's a 30. It's not quite to the 35, but we'll call it 35. Go ahead, Tegan.
I was going to say, I know you've been talking about the moon all night, but it's kind of orange. Don't you say instead of a blood moon, it's a bomber moon?
Yeah, it could be a Bomber moon. You're right, if you are a Bomber fan, but I'm pretty sure the folks sitting around us are not going to agree with that.
That's true.
So we have to be careful what we say here, Tegan. We don't want to get ran out of the bleachers over here on the home side of this field. 2 wides near.
35 motioning. Oh.
And two people in motion.
False start on the offense. I think 35 may not have gotten set.
Well, there was a receiver moving on the near side here, and then there was a receiver in motion, and I think a lineman moved as well. It's a 5-yard penalty. Are you keeping track of those 2 5-yard penalties they've had?
5-yard penalty brings up 1st down and 15.
1st and 15. Offsides on the offense. So we're going here. It's going to be a shotgun formation for Danner and the Cougars, as they still got the 2 wides near. Motion to the left side again. Handoff's going to go that way, and it's going to be dropped in the backfield. A great tackle back there by Reiner, I do believe. Bertelshow for the carrier, number 24. Reiner makes the stop. No gain. He's going to lose a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Loss of 1. Bertelshofer has had a lot of success tonight.
Yeah. So when you get a stop like that from Macomb, that has to give some sort of motivation. You stopped him for a loss, so that proves that he is human. Now you just got to do it again.
A late arrival coming on the field for the Cougars, and JT Jeter's going to have to come back over. Hogue's going to come out and cover him, actually. Jeter's going to come up. He's going to get the motion man. Danner's going to roll out. He's going to look to the flat. He's got a receiver open. It's caught out near the 40-yard line from the 28. They're going to go for a gain of 14. Nope, scratch that. To the 39.
Gain of 12.
Gain of 11, actually. Go gain of 11. Clock needs to be running. It is not. There it goes. So it's 3rd down and 6, a big 1st down or a big 3rd down for the Bombers defense here.
Yeah, if you're ROWVA, you want to hand off to Godsill right now. He's been getting you consistent yards.
Fake handoff. Danner's going to lob it over to the top to Godsill, and he's wide open. But he's going to get tracked down by Landon Jones. We've seen that on several occasions now from the 39. Danner to Godsill. 11 before the 50. 25. Where are they going to mark that at? 22.
They marked it at the 19.
Huh. I guess it is. We can't see from down here very well.
That would be.
So 31, 42-yard pass play from Danner to Godsell. Now Godsell is back in his fullback position. Handoff's going to go to number 24. That is Brian Bertelshofer. No gain on the play, I don't believe.
Brought down by number 57.
Hunter Kendrick and others on the stop for the Bombers. Ethan Ladd is a name we have not said yet tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just because they haven't been running his way at all, but it just seems that he hasn't been called much. I've been looking at the defensive line too, and the defensive line has been breaking off their blocks. It's just that they haven't been able to get to the running back. They aren't staying in their holes.
Danner under center. Handoff's going to go to Godsell. Going to go for about a 5-yard gain, it would appear, maybe 4. We'll wait and see. Lindsey May and others on the stop.
Picking about 4 on the play, brings up about
Bring up 3rd and 6. 4 yards on the carry from about the 15-yard line. Danner back under center again. I formation.
They're going to pass.
He's going to pass right. He's got an open receiver. That's number 35, Luke Nelson. And it's going to be a first down.
And that's going to be a loud tuba horn.
First down from the 15 to the 5. A 10-yard pass to Luke Nelson from Danner. And it's 1st and goal at the 5 for the Cougars. They've been a bit more methodical than the Bombers, but they have had equal success to this point. But the Bombers do get the ball first in the second half. 7 minutes remaining. 7 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Macomb right now needs to start working on their pass defense because they're letting him get out of pocket and find an open man.
Danner is going to hand off up the middle. It's Brian Bertelshofer on the touchdown run. 6:46 remaining in the first half.
Brian Bertelshofer with 2 touchdowns on the day so far.
5-yard touchdown run. On to kick again, number 34, Cole Miller. A chance to tie here. 14-13. PAT coming. It's up, and that one looks much better than the first one. It is good, and it's 14-14.
This game very well might come down to a field goal.
We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and we'll be back right after this.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and phenomenal. I was met with.
And we're back here as we had a crash for some reason here. I apologize for that, folks, and hopefully we'll get things going as we are back here. We are having about every kind of problem you can imagine here. Jessica LaGrange said Hold'em Bombers, they were not able to do that. Here comes the kick. It's a short kick, and it's going to be caught by Drew Watson on the fair catch, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bombers at their own 35-yard line with 6:45 to go here in the first half. And folks, I'm having stuff happen. We've done this for a year and a half, about 1,000 broadcasts now, literally. And I've had stuff happen tonight that has not happened until this point. OBS just crashed on us, just shut down. Never had that happen before. I had to restart the stream. And we've had our scoring program, which we've used from the start, locking up our system and not allowing internet to work. The pass is going to go to JT Jeter. He gets around the left end. The shovel pass to Jeter instead of Jones tonight has been successful, a gain of 8.
Brought down by number 1, Nolan Coverdale.
Yep. Just give the ball to JT Jeter, and all we have to do is react to what he does next. It feels like that.
5 catches for 52 yards, 5 completions for 52 yards for Duncan. 6:20 clock running here in the first half.
I think number 75, James Meredith, is coming in at tight end.
Handoff's going to go to Reiner. He gets around the edge. He's got some running room. Makes one guy miss. Outruns another. A sports corner first down from the 48-yard line. That was the 43-yard line, actually.
That's a big play that you need for the Bombers right now. With a tie score and 6 minutes left on the clock, you really want to.
Down to the 38. That is 13, 20 yards, or 19 yards on the carry. 45 yards on 4 carries now for Reiner. 5:45 clock running here. 14-14 is the score. Bombers with a chance to retake the lead. Pass is going to go to Jeter again. Going to be close to a sports corner first down. He will have it from the 37.
Number 5, Cole, and 56, Aldred.
JT Jeter looks a little, I don't want to say hurt, but looks a little stifled coming back up.
See where they marked that at. About the 26-yard line, 27. Looks like the 26 and 11-yard gain that time.
The good news is for Macomb, they're finally playing their offense. They're finally doing what they want to do.
Duncan hands off to Reiner this time. He's got running room around the right side and a lot of it. He's got Jeter out there who didn't throw a very good block, but another sports corner first down for Reiner from the 26-yard line.
13 was ball carrier.
We'll see what's down inside the 10, I think it is. It's right about the 10. We'll see where they mark it from the 26 down all the way to the 8, they're saying on the scoreboard. That's going to be another 18 yards for Reiner.
I think they realize that they've been crushing up the middle, so they're going to start running it outside to a lot more for the rest of the game until they make an adjustment. You
spread the defense out, and then the inside opens up, right?
Yep.
Reiner, the deep setback. Lindsey May, the fullback. Duncan under center. Handoff's going to go to Lindsey May. He looks for a hole off the left side. Nothing doing that time. As first and goal at the 8, it's going to end up second and goal at the 7, I believe.
ROWVA's just really good at crashing in on the offensive line. They've really added a lot of pressure today.
No real gain on the play. It's going to be second down and 8.
I think they're going to say that he lost a yard, actually.
Well, they never moved the down stick, so I'm going to give him no gain and no loss. 2 setbacks, one to the left and one to the right of Duncan in the shotgun. Handoff's going to go to Reiner. He's going to go around left side. Now he's going to cut it upfield. He's going to be close to an end zone, and it's a Tom Conklin State Farm touchdown for Max Reiner, an 8-yard touchdown run. He's got 71 yards now. 4:26 remaining. Max Reiner, an 8-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, Reiner started off with a very not amazing start, but now he's really starting to pick up and start getting touchdowns after touchdowns. So 2 on the day so far, I believe.
And it's going to be a go-for-2 situation again for the Bombers, and they're in a tight 2 tight end set here with both wide receivers in the flanker position, and now they're going to call a penalty. I believe it's going to be a false start. It is a false start. That'll make it third, or a PAT, or a 2-point conversion from the 8-yard line now after the 5-yard penalty. I'll get it out in a second. I apologize.
Yeah, sometimes when they're doing the motion, not all guys are set yet, and that's why they go for a false start.
Yep, you have to be set before you start the motion, right, Tegan?
Yep, that's true. Can't tell you how many times I got yelled at for that during practice.
Got to get set so we can go in motion. Duncan's going to look back now, looks right, throws across to Langdon Allen for the first time, and it's overthrown and incomplete. So it is 20-14, and that's exactly what we talked about, Tegan. You said that I can't believe they're going for 2 or going for the PAT. They now, with that PAT, becomes a 21-20 lead, right?
Right, that's true. So now looking back on it, if you're Macomb, now you have to start making those 2-point conversions, because in my mind I thought that going for 2 there was a bright idea, because Macomb normally converts those 2 points conversion. And I think they've only missed once since we've started doing broadcasting. But
a Tom Conklin State Farm touchdown for the Bombers. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching Arnold Brothers heating and cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
And Langdon Allen on to kick off for the Bombers. It's another squib kick. Squib kick. It's short and covered that time easily. Easy for me to say. He recovered that kick a lot easier than I said squib kick. On the recovery was number 63, Brian Dennis, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 40-yard line. Yeah, they call it from the 39. That's technically from the 39. They're not at the 40 yet. And they got 4:25 remaining here in the first half. Bombers lead 20-14. The Cougars have been able to, since the first 2 drives, have an answer for the Bombers' defense, which is very taunted coming into this season. And they have been moving the ball in their last 2 possessions look very easy here, Tegan.
Yeah, that's because they've been utilizing the pass a lot more. And over the past couple of games, Macomb's faced mostly rush defense.
There's the shovel pass that time, taking a page out of the Bombers' book, and it doesn't work as well. Catch was by Adam Cole. A pass from Danner to Cole goes for a loss of 1. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 11 from about the 38-yard line for the Cougars. Clock running here, 4:05 remaining in the first half. Second quarter action from ROWVA High School as the Bombers are playing the ROWVA Williamsfield Cougars in a non-conference matchup tonight for both schools, obviously. And I was going to go to number 24. That is Bertelshofer. He's going to go from the 38 out to the 46. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and
3.
that's 4 at least. It's closer to 5, actually. It's 3rd down and 4 for the Cougars from the 46-yard line.
You got to start getting an answer for Bertelshofer. He's running over the defense right now. You got to find it.
Bombers with a lead, 20-14 here in the second quarter. Handoff's going to go to Godsell right side. He's going to be stacked up in the backfield. Who was that over there?
That was
Lindsey May. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 4, a short 4, long 3 for the Cougars, and they're going to go for it. Now this is somewhat risky in my opinion. The Bombers have had a ton of success moving the football as well. If you don't get this 1st down and give the Bombers, with 3:05 clock running here in the first half, the ball on your side of the 50, you're asking for another possible touchdown, and the Bombers get the ball first in the second half.
True, but they've been running over the Bombers defense very well, so I can understand.
They're not going to snap it. They were trying to get the Bombers to jump off sides, and it's down to a 1 second on the play clock, and they're going to take the timeout. Is ROWVA Williamsfield. We'll take a break as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this. And welcome back. Here's the timeout with 2:45 remaining. I would imagine, Tegan, that means that when ROWVA Williamsfield comes out, they'll probably be in punt formation.
I don't know. They've stayed everyone in this huddle, so they might actually go for it.
No, Danner's not out there, is he? Danner is not. Godsell's going back. Now, that's not to say that he can't fake it, because he does have the biggest play from scrimmage thus far for the Cougars, and he has the most rushing yards outside of Bertelshofer.
They're running 2 quote-unquote receivers off the left side.
Yeah, 2 gunners on each side. Godsell's going to punt it down. It's a better punt, a little deeper this time, and it's going to fall, but it takes a bomber bounce, and the Cougars are going to down at about the 30-yard line.
Cougars almost had a bad start with that punt right there. The person didn't recover it fully. If a bomber was there, they could have picked it up and ran it all the way to the end zone.
1st and 10 at the 27 for the Bombers. 2:24 remaining, and they moved the ball down the field very, very quickly in their last possession. They scored in 2 minutes and 20 seconds from the last touchdown of the Cougars. So the Bombers have more than enough time to get down the field and make something happen here.
Yeah. Actually, I'd say that 2 minutes is more than enough time for the Bombers. They could get down there easily within 40 seconds here. They have big players who can make big plays, so that's the only thing that you really need in a situation like this. Make a big play downfield, and hopefully you get in the end zone.
2-minute drill coming here for the Bombers. They've got the receivers to move the ball down the field, and they're talking to the scoring tower, putting the clock to 2:35, so they added 13 seconds to the clock there as the officials thought the clock ran when it shouldn't have. Duncan's going to be in the shotgun now as Langdon Allen is off on the near side in a slot position. Handoff's going to go to Reiner. He's got running room to the outside. He cuts it upfield. He's going to have a sports corner first down and more. That ball was not at the 27 where they had it. It was at the 29, and it's going to go for a gain of 12 for Reiner. He's got 83 yards on 7 carries.
Expect another carry for Reiner, either to the side or up the middle here, and then they might do a pass deep next play.
A sports corner first down for the Bombers, and Duncan's going to take it again. This is going to be a fake handoff. Reiner's got it again. He's got a ton of running room. He's going to break it outside. He's got a block as he cut to the inside of Jeter instead of the outside. If he'd have cut that to the outside, he might have went the distance. But he's going to go from the 41-yard line down deep into Cougars territory.
Expect a pass here from Jack Duncan.
24 yards at the 26-yard line. So that's a 33-yard carry for Reiner. Sends him over 100 yards, 116 yards. Okay. And timeout charged to the Cougars here with 1:50 remaining. It's a sports corner first down for the Bombers, 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of the Cougars. This game is being brought to you by the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb. Serving soup, salad, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and full-service coffee bar. Breakfast served all day, and they have free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com or call 309-837-6700 for your takeout. And the big announcement coming for Sports Corner 124 is they're going to be open on Sundays for lunch. Macomb's original local sports bar, Sports Corner at 124, with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. And the TSSR Weekly coming back very soon as well, and we'll talk about that in the coming days. Now Reiner's going to bounce it out, now cut back up inside. He's going to be stopped this time. He's going to break a couple tackles, keep his feet moving, and he's going to go for a gain of 4 or 5 yards. We'll see where they mark it at here.
I think that's number 5 subbing in. That's Connor Bishop.
Gain of 4. It's Hogue, actually, is number 5. 120 yards on 9 carries now after the gain of 4. 2nd down and 6, 120 remaining in the first half. Pitch is going to go to Jaden Jones. He cuts it upfield. He's going to be close to a sports corner first down. He's going to go, and they are going to stop it. A gain of at least 6 on the play.
Number 5 is your ball carrier.
From the 22.
They're going to give him the first.
They are. It's a sports corner first down. See where they mark it to the 15. It's a 7-yard pass to Jones. First pass to somebody other than Jeter.
Jump off sides. That would be number 25. No, 75.
Going to be jumping off sides, JoJo Fleming. And it's going to bring up 1st down and 5 from the 10 for the Bombers. As it's 1:05 remaining here in the first half as Jones got the pass before that for the Sports Corner first down.
If you're Macomb, you're not in no rush to really score right now. You want to take as much clock off as possible.
Reiner's going to get the handoff, bounces it outside, breaks. Oh, he's not going to break that tackle. They want the flag due the Bombers for the horse collar, but they're not going to get it. He's going to lose maybe a yard. We'll see where they get to. They had the hand down low. It kind of came up late, but the hand was down in the middle of the jersey. No gain on the play.
And
the Bombers are going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a few minutes.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. You know, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
And welcome back here to Oneida, Illinois, ROWVA High School. ROWVA Williamsfield playing host to the Bombers. The Bombers lead by 6, 20-14, 48.5 seconds remaining in the first half, and they are knocking on the door. 3rd down and 10. No, it's 2nd and 10 because that was 1st and 5. Okay, I'll get it out in a second. It's 2nd and 5 because it was 1st and 5 after the penalty a few seconds ago before the timeout. Bombers took the timeout there. Duncan's going to call the play with 10 seconds on the play clock, and he's going to take the snap. Handoff's going to go to Reiner again, and they're going to call a penalty. And since it continued, it almost has to be against the Cougars, I think. We'll wait and see here. Clock stop, 42.2 seconds remaining.
It looked like Macomb actually jumped first. It seems like before the ball was snapped, they already had linemen moving, but we'll see.
And they're going to come over and talk to somebody here. Be 3rd down and 5 if they decline it. The referee coming over and talking to, I believe if Mark Rotifer is the referee tonight. And
you can hear the players on the field right now.
Illegal substitution?
What? Too many men?
I think that's an illegal substitution, actually. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. 20-14 the score, 42.2 seconds left, and it's a clock running situation. The Bombers need to hurry up here since it's an offensive penalty. The clock continues to run. Duncan's going to have to take the snap here. They're down to 30 seconds. He drops back, looks left, pumps fakes, goes deep. He's got a wide open receiver. I think it's Jones down there.
Touchdown.
It is a Jaden Jones, Tom Conklin State Farm touchdown. A 10-yard, a 15-yard actually. 15-yard catch. Gives him 22 yards receiving.
Macomb's taking a timeout here.
So with 26.4 seconds remaining, Duncan connects with Jones on a 15-yard touchdown pass.
That was a great deep ball by Jack.
The pump fake was what did it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, you said the pump fake really did it. It's the deep ball that really got it for me because it got in a place where Jaden Jones could only catch it with his athleticism.
Yeah, the pump fake brought the defender down and left Jones wide open in the back of the end zone. So 26.4 seconds remaining in the first half. The Bombers now lead by 8. So they're back on schedule, so to speak here.
Yeah, back to their game plan, not
ROWVA's. I should say they lead by 12. Can't do math. It's 12. It's not 26. It's not 26-18. It's 26-14. And Duncan's going to roll left. He's got somebody, looks, pumps, fakes, and goes for the end zone. And it's good. Duncan with a run as he just went in and he did the whole reaching forward with the football and touches the goal line, the marker on the edge of the goal line. So it's a 2-point run.
You got to score right now if you're ROWVA. They get the ball at half. You got to use those 26 seconds that you have and score a touchdown.
14-point game now for the Bombers.
Langdon Allen will probably kick it deep here on the kickoff. Don't expect for them to really squib it here.
26.4 seconds remaining. There is time, as Tegan said, to make something happen. You're down by 14. Obviously, you don't want to make a huge mistake to give the Bombers something else at the end of the half, but they have the explosive ability, do the Cougars, to make a score. And a score here would be huge because if the Bombers can come out in the first drive of the second half and open up a 3-score advantage, it's really hard to get back in the ballgame.
Yeah, so if you're on ROWVA right now, your passing offense has done really well so far. So what you want to do is just try to throw it down the field, see if you can get a guy open, and hopefully you get close to the end zone. You have 1 timeout left, I believe, so make it count.
Langdon Allen on to kick for the Bombers. It's somewhat of a squib kick. It's going to be caught by an up back, and he's going to run, and he's going to get it out near the 50-yard line.
Number 35, Luke Nelson.
Luke Nelson on the return, and we've talked about this a few times, and I know Kelly and I talked about it against Rushville Industry as well. Those squib kicks or the short kicks have all been like caught and fair caught or just fallen down or whatever the case may be. That's the first time we've seen Luke Nelson be the first one to try to make something happen with that short kick. He caught it quick, and instead of falling down, he gained about 10 yards on the return.
Yeah, but that's because of the situation where they're at right now. Most people, when they're in a 1-score game, they don't want to really risk one of those big guys going down and returning the ball. So for him, it made a lot more sense. So he ran down the field, and that's honestly the best situation that they got. They got near the 50, so it makes it easier.
22.7 seconds remaining. Danner's going to pitch it out near side. Rounding the corner and bringing him down. Back there was Reiner. Bertelshofer on the carry. Gain of 2. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8, and that'll be the last play, I think, of the quarter, unless they snap one off here real quick. Everybody gets into position, and the Cougars are going to walk off the field at the half, trailing the Bombers 28-14. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and be back in just a couple minutes.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose Beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
And welcome back here to ROWVA High School. The Bombers lead 28-14 at the half. The scoring summary looks like this. Bombers scored first with 4:45 to go in the first quarter. Reiner had a 5-yard touchdown run. Duncan connected with Braden Holdhouse for the 2-point conversion, and it was 8-0. The Cougars responded in kind at 11, the first play of the second quarter, as the star of the team thus far, Brian Bertelshofer, scored on a 6-yard run. The kick was good by number 34, Cole Miller, and it was 8-7 after that at the 11:57 mark of the second quarter. Bombers responded very quickly again. Once they got their offense going, it was nothing to be done for a stop for the Cougars. 9:48 remaining in the first half. 7 of Duncan, a 1-yard touchdown run. A run failed, and it was 14-7. With 6:46 to go in the quarter, a 5-yard run for number 24, Bertelshofer. And the PAT was good by Miller again. And it was 14-14. The Bombers responded with a And we're having internet issues again, folks. I apologize. I'm not sure. We do broadcasts all over the country and all the time, and not having nearly as many problems as we're having right here this evening here from ROWVA High School. The worst part is it says we have good signal and everything should be working, but it keeps kicking us off, and I'm not really sure why it's doing that. But anyway, we'll get back to the scoring. Duncan, a 1-yard touchdown run with 9:48 to go in the second quarter. It was 14-7. And I can't remember Bertelshofer. Man, that's a hard name for me. It just doesn't seem like it's right. I say it in my head, and I have to look every time. Bertelshofer had a 5-yard touchdown run. Miller, a PAT again, tied it at 14. Then Reiner scored on an 8-yard touchdown run with 4:26 to go in the second quarter. And it was 20-14 as their pass failed. With 26.4 seconds remaining in the first half, Duncan completed a 15-yard pass to Jaden Jones for a Tom Conklin State Farm touchdown. Duncan then ran in for the 2-point conversion, and it's 28-14. That's where we are at the half. Unofficially, 119, scratch that. It is 138 yards rushing for the Bombers in the first half. 10 carries for 120 yards for Max Reiner. 2 carries for -1 yards for Lindsey May. Connor Bishop has 1 carry for 3 yards, and Jaden Jones has 1 carry for 13 yards. Jack Duncan is 8 for 9 for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. Make that 1 touchdown. And then he scored a touchdown as well on the ground. JT Jeter has 6 catches for 63 yards. Jones has 2 catches for 22 yards and a touchdown for the Bombers. Bombers have 4 penalties, 3 penalties unofficially for 25 yards. And they moved the ball up and down the field, picking up numerous Sports Corner first downs there in the first half, 28-14. And taking the Bombers dominated late in that first half.
Yeah, they did. They first started off really, really sloppy, but they really picked up at the end, and that's the thing with Macomb. They can correct their mistakes mid-game, and that's one of the things that if you're a really good team, that's what you do. You don't correct the mistakes after the game. You correct them the moment they happened, and Macomb's fixed them so far.
So the Bombers lead 28-14 at the half. Do you have some stats there for the Cougars?
I do. So far, I have 3 rushes for 3 yards by Nolan Coverdale. I have 10 carries for 39 yards and 2 touchdowns from Brian Bertelshofer. For number 85, Jack Godsill, I have 7 carries for 20 yards, -1 yard for Riley Danner on that fumble over there. And then I have 2 yards for Lewis Sams after the outside rush over there. As for passing, Riley Danner is 4 for 5 with 62 yards. For receiving, Adam Cole has 2 receptions for 10 yards. Luke Nelson has 1 reception for 10 yards. And Jack Godsill with the longest reception for the ROWVA Cougars, 42 yards.
Yeah, that was the biggest play of the game for the Cougars, and might be the biggest play of the game for either team, actually. I don't think Bombers had a 33-yard run by Reiner, Everything else has been shorter than that, so that's the biggest play of the game for either team. But the Bombers lead 28-14 with 8 minutes to go in the half here, and we'll take another break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing. I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day-to-day.
Then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back here to ROWVA High School in Oneida, Illinois. The Macomb High Bombers lead 28-14, and continuing to have some odd computer issues. And I talked to Johnny McKee from the Sports Corner the other night, and told me how well we'd been doing with the broadcasts, and I said, we're bound to have our problems sooner or later. I didn't think it'd be so soon, though. So I apologize to everybody watching at home who's dealing with these problems with us, but we'll continue to battle through them. Hopefully by the time the second half rolls around, we'll be back to good. Most of the football game went pretty well once we got going. And, again, we've used that scoring program. Kenny, we used that from the very beginning, have used it literally every game, and had never had that problem. It stuck 2 computers tonight. Hopefully we didn't get some sort of a virus in these 2 computers with that scoring program. But at any rate, we'll keep going. Taking here 2:40 to go in the half time as the Bombers are out on the field now getting loose and warming up. The second half starts with the Bombers with the football. It's a big drive for both teams, I think. But I think it's more important for the Cougars. The Bombers can survive if they don't have a good drive. The Cougars can't afford to give up another touchdown to the Bombers.
Yeah, that's true. With ROWVA right now, you're down by 2, like you said. The best thing they can do is just make the defense, hope they get a stop, and once they do the same offense you've been doing, throwing the ball, running it, going down their throats, and doing what you want to do to win instead of doing what they're doing.
When we saw the first 3 drives of the game, 2 for the Cougars, 1 for the Bombers, it really looked like it was going to be a defensive battle. And then as you can tell, once the offense got going, it really became a offensive game, and the Bombers defense came up with the 1 stop since then to give them the 2-score advantage, and the offense answered then. And now the Bombers get the ball first. And both teams have shown very little ability since the middle stages of the first quarter to stop the other team's offense. So if the Bombers can get out to a three-score lead at this point, it's going to be really hard for the Cougars defense to think we can stop them 3 times in a row and let our team get back in the ballgame.
Yeah, with the Bombers, the thing that you have to do is just run the clock as much as you can. If worst comes to worst, you go downfield, you stall mid-drive, you already drained off 6-7 minutes off the clock and gives them bad position. So even then, it's still a loss for the Cougars, even if the drives last longer than 3 minutes. So if you're the Cougars, you have to stop them right now, and you have to do it as soon as they get the ball. If you don't, then you're just getting yourself in a worse hole.
So the Bombers have had a touchdown drive of 2 minutes and 9 seconds. They had a touchdown drive of 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and then they scored another touchdown in 4 minutes, and that's after the Cougars had the ball. So the Cougars had it for about 2 minutes. So there's about 3 or 4 2-minute drives for the Bombers. The Bombers' offense has just not been has not been stopped by the Cougars' defense once it got going.
Yeah, once it got going, it's hard to stop this Bomber offense because they're like a jet. Once it's in the air, you're not getting that down.
Unless you're a missile.
Yeah, and I don't know if Cougars can operate missiles, but they're going to have to fly one right at the Bomber defense.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They're going to have to find a missile and slow down the Bombers' offense, and the Bombers will have the ball first to open the second half. They deferred on the original coin flip. That means they'll get their choice to have the ball in the second half. And it's 28-14, 2 minutes and 30 seconds after the 3-minute warm-up was added back on the clock. Once again, we thank everybody for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports tonight from ROWVA High School in Oneida, Illinois, as the Bombers are playing the ROWVA Williamsfield Cougars. As Kenny pointed out earlier, Galva used to be involved in this, I believe, and it was ROWVA Williamsfield Galva and the Mid-County team, but that Galva broke off. Galva is actually hosting BPC tomorrow here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 11 o'clock, it's 11 o'clock kickoff from Galva for BPC. Chris Frankhauser and Jason Hulett will be on the call for that. Miles Hulett will be on camera. And then Kenny Suter and friends will have the West Prairie Southeastern contest at 1 p.m. from Scioto, the first time the Cyclones have played in Scioto this year. So it'll be a bunch of football tomorrow. And then if you're into the sort of thing, I will be in What Cheer, Iowa for the Iowa Harness Horsemen's Association Iowa registered event, 2-year-old pace and trot tomorrow. So it's always fun there. We're adding some new stuff. I interviewed one of the drivers today, Jason Ludwig, and we're going to have a few pre-race little conversations, and then we're going to also have a drone flying over to show some overhead shots tomorrow as well for the Iowa registered event at What Cheer, Iowa tomorrow afternoon. That'll start about 12:30. All that stuff will be on the Hulett PubliPro LLC YouTube channel. 2 football games for TSSR Game Time live presented by MDH tomorrow. Right now you are watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of the Macomb High Bombers football team as they get ready for second half action against the RW Cougars from ROWVA High School. 28-14, I'm Dwayne Hulett. Tegan Perry is alongside. And Tegan, it's just about that time, 23 seconds, the last few seconds of halftime. A little huddle with Coach here on the near side for the Cougars, probably deciding and telling them that this kick coverage is important, and obviously good defense to start this second half.
Yeah, even if I'm the Cougars, it might be worth a shot to try squibbing it. The Macomb the Macomb special teams clearly isn't prepared for it. So if they can catch them off guard with a squib kick here, Macomb might be able to. ROWVA might be able to recover.
It could be an onside kick, just a pure onside kick too. It's hard to tell onside now because you have to even the playing field, so to speak, as they don't have the tee or the football. I guess a football is more important than the tee even, probably, I guess, come to think about it.
Yeah.
Minor. See if they do the squib kick with white or if it's going to be white. And it is an onside kick. It's not going to get 10 yards, though, and it'll be a penalty and down to where it stops. That's technically a penalty since it was touched by them in less than 10 yards, but it'll be 1st and 10 Bombers at the 46-yard line. And they're going to bring the ball to the near hash mark, and that's where the Bombers will take over. 1st and 10, 11:58 to go in the third quarter. 28-14, Bombers with the lead over the Cougars.
Going with the squib kick there is really smart for ROWVA right now because even if you did kick it downfield, they waste a lot of time. So if you stop them here, it's a good thing. So that way you still run your similar game plan. You only waste off 2 minutes. And if they score here, you still have enough time to go down there and get the score right back. So
Duncan from the shotgun formation again. Single setback to his right. Handoff's going to go to Reiner. Reiner having his best game of the year thus far, and he's going to go for a short gain that time. It looks like a gain of about 2 or 3. We'll see where they finally mark it at here. It is a gain of 3 for Reiner.
It's going to be Macomb's game plan for the rest of the night. That's what they want it to be. Run up the middle, runs off the sides. Just get that clock rolling, and once it starts rolling, don't let it stop.
Duncan, the first TSSR Athlete of the Week, yards and 4 touchdowns he had at South Fulton. Reiner's trying to make his claim this week for Athlete of the Week. Duncan going to look back to pass. He's got a receiver flanking down a far sideline, and it's caught. Is that Jeter over there?
No, that is.
It's Langdon Allen making his first catch from the 43-yard line. They say the 44, I say the 43. A Sports Corner first down. 82 Langdon Allen on the catch. It's inside the 10 to the 9.
Langdon Allen's a very sneaky wide receiver.
34 yards on the completion.
Handoff to Max Reiner.
Reiner's going to cut upfield now. Looks for some running room. He's going to be down inside the 5 on the Sports Corner first down play. Gain of 4 for Reiner. 127 yards. 119 yards passing for Duncan after the completion. For the play, 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And the Bombers looking to blow this one open. Reiner takes the handoff, bounces around, jump stops, spits, and Reiner's in for a 5-yard touchdown run.
touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run for Reiner. And the Bombers looking to add to it here. And this is where they're up by 20. If it gets to the body, and it's incomplete.
Pass was incomplete.
Good coverage by the Cougars, and the pass is no good. It's 34-14.
No good. With 10:18 to go in third. Macomb Bombers 34, your RW Cougars 14.
This game being brought to you tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, by Tom Conklin State Farm, face-to-face, over the phone, or by email, or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. And that comes right after the Tom Conklin State Farm touchdown for the Bombers. 34-14 the score, 10:18 to go here in the third quarter.
Picking off from Macomb, number 82. Back to receive for your Cougars. Sharp, Coverdale.
Also helping to bring you this contest, M&B Furniture. Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 41 West Main Street or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mnbfurnitureinc.com. You can also call 772-2111. Short pop-up kick is fair caught.
Number 20, Spencer Brown with the fair catch.
Number 20, Spencer Brown with the fair catch. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 37, according to the announcer.
You'd expect the Cougars to come out here and start throwing the ball a lot more, but who knows? They might think running the ball and wearing out the defense is a lot more beneficial for the long term. Don't know.
Late comer into the game, number 63, Brian Dennis. That's who made a fumble recovery earlier. 10:16 remaining in the third quarter, 34-14. Bombers with a 20-point lead. Here as we work through the second half of action in this non-conference matchup. Handoff off the right side.
Number 24, Burrow Chauffeur was ball carrier, brought down by number 54. Second down and 9.
Gain of 1, second down and 9. And Danner's going to take snap, roll right. Looking downfield, throws it short.
It's deflected by, I think, Jaden Jones.
Jaden Jones over there on the
Pass from
deflection.
Danner falls incomplete to Sharp.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9. 9:38 remaining. Danner, double reverse, running room, and he still accepts the sideline. They're going to call him out of bounds. A first down
Adam Cole gets
for
toss on
the,
play. Looks like he picks up enough.
goes left side this time.
Burrow Chauffeur with the carry, brought down by number 57.
Hunter Kendrick on the tackle there.
Second down and 9, 9:10 to go in the third quarter.
It's going to be roll out to the right.
Under pressure from Reiner, the throw goes out of bounds, incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Pass incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Meredith threw off the blocker as the running back came up to block him on that play.
Seems Mr. Meredith is very angry right now.
It's 3rd down and 9 for the Cougars.
For the Cougars, this is probably 4-down territory. Don't want to get down any bigger.
Danner going to take the snap.
Option.
Gonna pitch it out to Coverdale. He's got some running room down the right side. He's going to be tracked down, and he's going to go from the 47 down near the 25, I think. Coverdale on the carry. Going to go down to the 24-yard line. That's a 23-yard gain for Coverdale. Clock running again. 8:23 to go.
Seems that ROWVA's busting out all the plays in the playbook to get down the field here. Doing a lot of trickeration.
8:10 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Danner in the shotgun formation again for the Cougars. He's going to hand off.
He's tackled up the middle by James Meredith.
Brown on the carry. Meredith and others on the stop.
Picks up about 2 on the play.
Second down and 8 for the Cougars. 7:58 remaining. Clock isn't running. I don't know why the clock isn't running. The clock is not running. There, it finally started about 10 or 15 seconds late.
And
pass completed to number 5. That is Adam Cole from the 22-yard line. Down at
7 at the 7.
Down at the 7 or 8 yard line. At the 8-yard line, actually, a 14-yard gain. 1st and goal for the Cougars. And he went out of bounds, so the clock does not start there.
I think Macomb's preparing for the rollout here, so they're going to try to slide to where the quarterback's going to run. Right up the middle, James Meredith taking them back.
James Meredith and friends, Ethan Ladd there, and Connor Bishop as well. Stack that one up. They move it forward. A gain of 1, or gain of 2. It's going to bring it 2nd and goal at the 6. Coverdale in the backfield. A little change of pace a little bit here for the Cougars. He's going to do the option out to Coverdale again, and Coverdale's going to go in for the touchdown. The flag is down, and that's probably going to come back. A hold on the far side over there.
That'd be a hold on. That'd be a hold again, not on the bottom, but that would be a hold to Carter Hogue.
Hogue was out there cutting back, got him to turn back inside, but it is a hold. 10-yard penalty. He's going to bring up.
Holding on the offense.
See where they mark it if it was past the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up second down. Penalty's 10 yards. The ball was at the 6 originally.
I mean, there's not really much you can do there for ROWVA. If he doesn't hold, Carter Hogue tackles him for a loss. But
they're gonna call that at the 1-yard line. That means it's a 5-yard gain for Coverdale, a 5-yard gain for Coverdale, and a 10-yard penalty for the Cougars. This brings up second down and goal from the 11. Pitch out time this time to Coverdale, and they're going to spread this Blommer defense out again. He's going to try and turn the corner. He's going to get down 2 or inside the 5, gets ran out of bounds again.
Coverdale's just making holes.
That's a gain of 6. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from the 5. Well, Coverdale's just outrunning the Bombers to the edge is all he's doing at this point.
I mean, if you're Macomb, you just have to play to your guy at this point. And they're going to throw.
Danner looks right, throws to the middle, and it's caught. Lewis Sams, number 11, on the 5-yard touchdown reception. So 6:44 remaining in the third quarter. 12-11, a 5-yard pass.
And they're going to kick the PAT.
Yeah, they're still on the right side of the 2-point deal at this point.
Oh.
And somebody was moving early.
Makes it a tougher PAT now.
Illegal procedure.
No, it was all sides.
A little bit smaller Bomber section, but a pretty good one over on the far side, wearing all black tonight. They wore all white at the South Fulton game, wearing all black this evening.
Yep. And they are going to still stick with the PAT here.
So it becomes a 25-yard PAT attempt.
Saw him kick a big kick earlier, so.
Ball's down, and the kick is up and good.
The kick is still good, but number 34, Cole Miller.
34-21.
Third quarter.
Bombers with the lead with 6:43 to go here in the third quarter.
Now if you're ROWVA, you got to get your defense out there. You have to stop them right now. You can't let them go down and score.
This game being brought to you by Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens is located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School, open April through October, and they're actually starting their fall hours here very shortly. Be sure to follow their Facebook page for daily updates. They currently have pumpkins and all the fall goodies. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. And King Family Chiropractic, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, supports Macomb Athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. To set an appointment, call 309-837-MY-DC. That's 6932. They also perform DOT and CDL physicals. So as you said, Tegan, the defense for the Cougars, this is a huge, we said the last time was, everyone is huge now for them the rest of the way, isn't it?
Yep, it is. If you don't get a stop right now, you're putting yourself in a bad situation. And
a short kick can be covered by Drew Watson. It's 6:42 remaining here in the third quarter, and the Bombers have the football at their own 40-yard line as Drew Watson recovered the short pop-up kick. They tried the true onside kick last time. They kicked it to the right side, to their offensive right, defensive or kick returning left, and the ball never got far enough for them to recover it. But wasn't unexpected, but was probably a good idea. Just wasn't very good execution in the opening kickoff of the second half.
yeah, and that's been ROWVA today. They've had really good play ideas, but just the execution hasn't been really on key today.
Handoff's going to go to Reiner, and he's going to go to the 40. A flag's going to be, and he's going to bounce it outside. He's got running room around the left side. There is a flag down. It might be a face mask. We'll wait and see. He's going to go all the way to the 40 or near the 40 of the Cougars. We'll see if they bring it back or not.
Quarterback Jack Duncan was already talking with the ref.
Yep, it is a hold against the Bombers.
Holding on the offense.
Replay first down. We'll see where they mark it from.
I think they had him right on the line of scrimmage.
Yep, they do. So it'll be first down and 20, a 10-yard penalty for the Bombers. Unofficially, they're fourth for 35 yards.
If you're ROWVA right now, this is your big break. You got to stop them here. Well,
the student section for the Bombers over there, their coined phrase is "you can't do that." Some of the parents here on the near side returning the favor. You can't do that.
I didn't know that, so I'm glad that they helped me out there. I thought you could hold. Jack with the
Duncan's going to take the snap here from the shotgun. Going to throw to Jeter. Jeter's got the catch, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down. A gain of 7 or 8.
Number 68, Graham White. And number 56, Gage Aldred.
Going to bring up, give him 7. Second down and 13. I can't do math. That's 126, isn't it?
Yep.
I was struggling there for a second, Tegan. Basic math left me. Duncan looks for Jeter down the far near sideline. He goes up for the catch. He's going to outrun everybody. Can Coverdale catch him? He cannot. JT Jeter from Duncan. A 65-yard touchdown for JT Jeter. 135 yards receiving for Jeter.
35 came off, limping on the play.
191 yards passing for Duncan. And with 5:53 to go, the big defensive stand needed by the Cougars, Tegan, did not happen.
Yep. But, hey, there's still a lot of clock left, so. And they scored very quickly the last time they got the ball, so.
Langdon Allen on the carry, and he's in. So with 5:53 remaining in the third quarter, Duncan to Jeter, 65 yards, excuse me. Langdon Allen, the run was good.
Extra point is good.
Bomber offense has been red hot all day. Besides those first 2 drives, they've been clicking.
42-21. Bombers back on set with the PATs now. This game being brought to you tonight by Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar. Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. And the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salads, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and full-service coffee bar. Breakfast served all day and free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com. Call 309-837-6700 for your takeout. Langdon Allen going to kick it up again. Is it going to go deep, or is it going to go the 20-yard pop kick?
It's going to be pop kick.
It's a little deeper than his average pop kick, but it is going to be down nonetheless. Brown with the fair catch. 5:51 remains in the third quarter. And we talked a little bit in the first quarter. The first 2 drives for the Cougars and the first drive for the Bombers, it was all defense. And we said about 2/3 of the way through the first quarter, hey, man, this game's going fast tonight. There's been way too much scoring since then. It's slowed down a bunch.
Yeah, it has. And that's just because both offenses have started clicking. Now the defense just needs to start clicking on both sides. Because so far, we haven't had I think we've had a touchdown every drive since the first quarter.
Tom Conklin, State Farm touchdown. That time was a 65-yard touchdown pass from Duncan to Jeter. Danner now is going to take the snap. He's going to give it off to Coverdale again, I believe. And let's see if that's who the number is there. It is Coverdale. Coverdale is not the kind of running back that you want running up the middle, I don't think. He's very fast, but doesn't have the size to run between the tackles too well. And a name we haven't called, and I don't see him as Bertle Chauffeur. I don't see him even on the sidelines.
I think he may have gotten hurt because.
Oh, there he is, right there, I guess. But you might be right, because he has not been playing here offensively in the second half.
Yeah, and when you've been out on offense so long, it's stuff like that does happen. But he'll probably get back in.
Danner trying to get a motion back. That's going to be a lateral, actually, and big tackle out there on the far side.
24, Burl Schofer with the carry, brought down by number 32.
That'd be a loss of 1 yard.
Yeah, they called it no gain, actually. No, I guess Coverdale got a yard on the first one, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was actually a lateral, I think. And it's 3rd down and 10 now. 4:30 clock running here in the 3rd quarter. Danner from the shotgun again. In motion is going to go Cole. He's going to come back, and the handoff's going to go. No, it's going to be a pitch out to Cole. He's going to turn the corner, but coming from behind to make the tackle for the Bombers is Max Reiner. Cole gets the 5-yard gain.
8 on the play, brings up 3rd down.
I guess he did get 7.
Sorry, brings up 4th down.
4th down and about 3 on the carry, after the carry. 4th down and 3 at the 45-yard line. Big play here for the Bomber defense. If you can get the ball back and go up 4 scores with coming into the 4th quarter, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, but we'll see what they do. They only have to get 3 yards here, and they've been running a lot of misdirection.
And they go fake handoff, roll right, pass to the flat, to the fullback. Big boy running for a 1st down. It's number 35, Luke Nelson. He's going to go from the 45 to the 45. That's a 10-yard gain and a 1st down for the Cougars.
They're really getting them on the play action here.
.325 clock is running now after the 1st down.
64.
And in the backfield, is that Sprinkle?
That is Sprinkle.
Brandon Sprinkle getting the big stop. Godsell loses 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 12.
Student section saying, let's go Brandon over there.
And a whistle blown, timeout, charge to the Bombers. 2:48 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 42-21, Bombers with the lead. Cougars with the football, 2nd and 12 at the Bomber 47-yard line. We'll take a break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Coaches, here we are.
We're back after the timeout. Hit the wrong button there, folks. I apologize. Back after the timeout, and it's Cougars 2nd down and 12. It's going to be Danner from the shotgun again. In motion comes Sams. He stops now as they get the play in. Left side, pass to Sams, and it's dropped and then broken up anyway as Langdon Allen and Connor Bishop are there in coverage.
Sam's got hit pretty tough there at the end of the play.
2:43, clock is stopped after the incomplete pass. 3rd down and 12 for the Cougars. Danner's going to look for the play now. Danners throws deep down the right sideline. It's going to be incomplete. An offensive player becoming defensive player there.
Yep. Can't throw to Jaden Jones. He's good at every possession he plays.
He's very good in coverage, that is for sure. So it'll bring up 4th down and long, and Godsell going back to punt for the Cougars. Godsell's going to punt. He is going to get it away. Nobody back again for the Bombers. That's going to take a great Cougars roll. They're trying to save it before it gets in the end zone. And they can't. It's going to be a touchback. First and 10 Bombers at their own 20-yard line. 42-21 the score. Bombers with the lead. 2:37 to go here in the third quarter. .237. Bombers going to take the snap here. Duncan's going to do the shovel pass to Jaden Jones. He's got some running room down the left side. Makes one guy miss on a stutter step. Down the sideline he goes.
Number 3 gets knocked out of bounds.
Jaden Jones refuses to go down on that play.
Out to the 35-yard line or so, it would appear. Ball is out of bounds. A Sports Corner first down for the Bombers. Actually, it's going to go to the 34, a 14-yard pass. .205 yards passing.
It seems that since I've said it, Macomb's been doing better at the line of scrimmage and being able to hold their blocks a lot lately.
And Hannah's going to go to Reiner, outruns a defender in the backfield, turns the corner, and is going to go out near the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 for Reiner. Give him 132 on the night.
Let's say he's had a pretty good game tonight.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
I personally would have ran for 200, but that's just me.
Duncan's going to take the shotgun snap again. 2-minute mark of the third quarter now. Duncan to the flat. JT Jeter. Stutter step makes one guy miss. Godsell's going to throw him forward. A gain of 12 for Jeter. Another 12 for Duncan as well. 217 on the night. 147 for JT Jeter. 142 remaining in the third quarter. Clock stopped as he got thrown out of bounds. 42-21 is the score. Bombers with the lead over the Cougars here, and the Bombers driving again and back into Cougar territory.
Lindsey May with the fullback run. Ooh.
Lindsey May gets his best run of the night. He's going to get back into positive yardage. See what they give him here. He's down near the 40.
7.
Yeah, we'll give him a gain of 7 on the carry. Gives him 6 yards on 3 carries.
Number 13 with the ball carry. Brought down by the middle of the defense.
I'll tell you, this fullback in this offense is a really, really important position, as you're supposed to do everything to protect that guy right there in the backfield and your running back as well. I feel like a fullback isn't really mentioned a lot here, so I thought I'd give our fullback here a little bit of credit.
And Reiner again, a deep setback, gets the run. He's going to break a tackle and break another tackle, and he's going to go for a Sports Corner first down.
Pushed out of bounds by number 51, Austin Doms.
From the 42, he's down inside to 30.
Don't think the clock started there.
58 seconds remaining in the third quarter. From the 42 to the 28, a 14-yard gain for Reiner and a Sports Corner first down. 146 for Reiner on the night, unofficially. Handoff's going to go to Lindsey May. He's going to try and bounce it outside. He's going to be bottled up in a hurry, though. Little to no gain for Lindsey May as the clock running now.
23.
Macomb will probably run the rest of this clock out.
By number 68, Graham White.
No gain for Lindsey May. 4 carries for 6 yards now, and the clock will run out just before the play clock, if they go by the play clock exactly. So we're trying to get down to the end of the quarter. We'll see if they let them run it out or if they make them run a play. And Shane Shin is back there waving his arm, but they're going to let the quarter go out and not throw the flag. And that's how the third quarter ends. Bombers 42, Cougars 21, 12 minutes left on the clock. We'll come back with fourth quarter action here from ROWVA High School. In just a minute, you're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling of Macomb Bomber Sports coverage on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Welcome back here as we get ready to go for fourth quarter action. 42-21, Bombers with the lead, and they're playing their first full game here. The subs haven't came into the contest tonight, and maybe if they get a score here, you put them in, but otherwise you probably keep playing here. You need to get some minutes anyway for your team. And Duncan back, as his jersey is almost as wide as it was when it started. Reiner's, on the other hand, is not. Reiner's going to get the handoff right there. He's going to be bottled up, breaks one arm tackle, and is going to go for a short gain on the play, it would appear.
Nice penetration by the defensive line there. They were able to shuck off the offensive line and be able to get through their hole and make the tackle.
Gain of 3. 149 on 15 carries now. Just under 10 yards a carry.
I think they're going to speed this up.
And Duncan draws off the defense. Jumping off sides, number 35, Luke Nelson. It is third down, and it's going to be third and about 2 after the 5-yard penalty, and the clock will start again. 11. Well, it won't start. There it started. Duncan's going to take the snap. Nope, going to draw him off. And the thing is I don't know why you're jumping there, Tegan, because you can't expect the Bombers to quick snap it.
Right, yeah, but sometimes it's just the anticipation of it, and it just really gets you off guard.
Pass is completed. That was Langdon Allen on the reception from the 25-yard line.
He's had a good second half so far.
Actually, that was from the 20. It was inside the 25 anyway. We'll say from the 25, that's what the scoreboard had. It's going to be first down and goal inside the 10 at about the 6. 19-yard completion to Langdon Allen. $53 yards receiving now for him.
Offensive line needs to start setting real quick.
236. As nice play in the backfield there. Reiner gets dropped by Luke Nelson. A loss on the play of 3 for Reiner, and that's the first time he's been dropped for a loss all night long.
Yeah, offensive line weren't really set there. Rule of thumb, whenever it comes to the play clock, you always want to set down at least 10 seconds before the play clock, so that way you have everything good and ready for your quarterback and running back to read the field, because right there it didn't look like they had enough time to.
Duncan going to take the pitch to Langdon, or to Jaden Jones, excuse me.
Number 3 was taken down by a swarm of Cougars.
Pass goes for no gain, maybe a loss of 2. Jones loses 2 on that one. He's down to 34 yards receiving. 3rd down and goal at the 11 now for the Bombers.
Probably expect a pass here.
Sports Corner 1st down, got him 1st and goal, but they've went backwards since then. Reiner on the handoff. He's got some running room around left side. Got one man to beat. It's Coverdale. He runs over the top of him and in for a touchdown. Max Reiner literally ran over the top of Coverdale out there. Watch it on the replay back here, and he does this run right over Coverdale. And it's a 11-yard touchdown run for Reiner.
Yeah, whenever you're going up against Reiner, no matter how big or how strong you are, it's not a good matchup. Just he has that strength in him to bowl someone over. He could bowl over a 300-pound lineman if he could. I mean, if he wanted to.
It's 48-21, going for 2 again. Duncan going to take the shotgun snap. Reiner to his right. He looks right. Going to throw the fade into the corner of the end zone. A
flag's thrown.
Flag is thrown. It might be a defensive pass interference. I'm not sure if he caught it. I think he caught it out of bounds.
I think we have a player down on the field. Oh, no, he's all right.
It's Nelson. Waiting on somebody to say what the penalty is. It's pass interference on the defense.
They're going to
replay the try as he was pushed out of bounds. 48-21, a 1.5-yard 2-point conversion attempt now as Jaden Jones is in the backfield beside Duncan this time. Duncan's going to pitch it out to Jones. He's going to try and cut it upfield, and he's going to break a tackle and get in. He didn't have to get very far. And Jones with the run.
Number 3 in for the extra point.
And it's
50
to 21.
Bombers 50, your RW Cougars 21.
So a 29-point game now for the Bombers as they've opened it up here. The defense has come through, and you have to feel maybe, Tegan, that the Cougars' offense has struggled more because of pressure, and it allowed the Bombers' defense to key on a few things. Although the Cougars opened up with the option there in that first drive that they put some things together on, but couldn't make anything happen after that. They got the touchdown, but the Bombers' coaching staff responded well to that.
Yeah, they did. They started to spread out their defensive ends more, started to play more of a 5-tech, and move their defensive linemen more in for a 1-tech, and then had their linebackers sort of cover the B gap. So they had made sure that everything was covered, and then it was all up to the corner's job. And when you have people like JT Jeter and Jaden Jones at corner, they're going to make the tackle.
So Langdon Allen on the kick again. The Bombers lead 50-21.
Probably look for that middle kick that we talked about earlier. Oh.
Langdon Allen, deep kick that time. It's the deepest kick he's had all the time. And Coverdale's got it. He comes near side. That's not Coverdale, excuse me.
That's
a little bit of running for number 5, I believe. No, it is number 6. You were right, Jackson Sharp.
Pretty sharp on that return.
Yes, it was. From about the 10-yard line down into Bomber territory at about the 47-yard line, maybe 48. We'll see where they end up marking it here.
Yep. I mean, if you're ROWVA at this point, just have fun and play your best ball.
8:41 to go in the fourth quarter, 50-21. Bombers lead the Cougars here in this non-conference matchup. Danner still in at quarterback. Good Godsell in motion. Handoff's going to go to number 20, Brown. And falling down away from the play, a cramp possibly.
Brought down by number 54 for Macomb.
Ethan Ladd on the stop. A cramp for a Bomber defender here. A gain of 1 for Benson, or Brown, excuse me. 50-21 is the score. 8:32 to go. We'll take a quick break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
And welcome back, as we still have a Bomber player down on the field getting stretched out. I don't believe it's anything serious as far as injuries go, but if you had a cramp, Tegan, I'm sure you've had one, it hurts like it's the end of the world.
Oh, it really does. Your muscles are just moving around, and they're saying, no, you're not doing good right now. We want to relax. So they just do it in the middle of the game. So, and that's normally not a fun sign for anyone. So
I believe it's Brandon Sprinkle down there.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good game today. We've said his name a couple times.
He has had a good game as they continue to try to stretch that cramp out.
Best thing you can do for a cramp, rub the area as hard as possible and as fast as possible.
And those are the kind of cramps that are going to hurt for 2 or 3 days afterwards, probably.
Yeah. But he's a tough dude. He'll be able to get over it. He's going to say, put me back out there, coach. I'm ready. I can do it.
50-21 the score. Bombers with the lead. 8:32 remaining in the fourth quarter. A name we haven't called much tonight is Malachi Butler Grissom. He's out there now, but I don't even remember seeing him out there. He's been quiet tonight.
Yeah, he's been fairly quiet. Sometimes he just gets a little bit too high and doesn't get good pad level. But, I mean, you have the win right now, so all you can worry about is bettering yourself right now.
Down the middle of the field, Danner's going to be picked off by J.T. Jeter, and he's got running room down the right side. He breaks one tackle. There's a penalty coming down deep downfield, but J.T. Jeter's going to get the interception as Danner throws the pick. J.T. Jeter just playing a deep middle safety position, a free safety, and he just laid back there and waited for the pass and then broke on it like he was catching a fly ball.
Yeah, sometimes J.T. Jeter is just – he's very smart when he's on the field and reading it. So when he saw the quarterback's eyes, he knew exactly where that ball was going to go, picked it off, and ran it all the way over there. And that's something as a wide receiver you benefit from as well, because if you can tell where the quarterback's eyes is going and where it's going to run to, you have a way better chance than the wide receivers do.
Kenny, was that a block in the back? Yeah, I thought that's what it was. I didn't see the referee. A 10-yard penalty for an illegal block in the back. And it's going to be up 1st and 10. Bombers up by 29.
26-yard line for Macomb.
And the Cougars players that are on the field are yelling D-line. We need our D-line out here. Hey, I did that earlier too. Don't feel bad. Stepping on the cord when you try to stand up.
Yeah, well, I guess Macomb needed their offensive line out there, too.
Now they've put a bunch of substitutes in. That's the reason why.
Gotcha.
All new offensive line in for the most part, I do believe. And Duncan, is that still Duncan at quarterback, though?
Yeah, I think that's still him there.
Handoff's going to go to Bishop. He rounds the corner, lowers his shoulder, gets what he can. Good stop out there, number 48, or 46, excuse me, Mason Stone. Bishop's going to get a gain of 4, going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Bishop wanted that truck so badly. He lowered his shoulder.
He was not going to go down without delivering the blow, that is for sure. Couple Sports Corner first downs here, and the Bombers could pretty much ice this game away.
Yep. I think J.T. Jeter's now out.
Handoff's going to go to Cochran.
Cochran
Denzel Cochran around the right side, and he's kind of like Coverdale. He is a change of pace back, and he goes from the 29 out for a Sports Corner first down for the Bombers, out past the 45. 17-yard carry for Denzel Cochran.
Denzel's a blink-and-you-miss-it player. First thing you know, he's behind the yard of scrimmage. Next thing you know, he's already at 15 yards. And you're like, I closed my eyes for a second. What happened?
Clock running with 7:08 remaining in the football game. Bombers have a Sports Corner first down. 50-21 they lead. And whistle blows. Clock stopped. And Ron Lott on the far side, the line judge, comes in to talk to somebody and goes back out, and away we go again.
Someone probably didn't have their mouth guard on.
Is that Jeter?
No, that's Cochran.
Thought it was more than one number on his jersey. Denzel Cochran's going to go for a gain of 2.
For the ball from Macomb, brought down by number 73, Jackson Strum.
Give him 2 carries for 19 yards now. 2nd down and 8 for the Bombers. Clock should be running.
Now it's running.
We have had a lot of opportunities to probably be under 6 minutes for sure in this game with some stopped clockages.
Sure. They've added time on the clock too.
So here comes Duncan again. Going to hand off to Cochran again around left side this time. Cuts it upfield. Keeps his feet moving. He got tangled up with the defensive lineman, number 75. That was JoJo Fleming. He's going to go for a gain of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. He broke the initial tackle and then couldn't get away from Fleming when Fleming was on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the best part about defensive players just being big, because when you're in situations like those, you can just grab the little guys like there and just drag them down with you.
Yes, Richie, Lori, Gabil, I understand it's making it hard to watch, and I apologize. We've done absolutely everything here in person that we can do. Our internet says it's working great. For some reason, we keep getting buffered. Handoff's going to go to Cochran again. And a Sports Corner first down, a 6-yard gain for Cochran. If I could fix it, I definitely would. There's nobody more upset about it than me, I'll tell you that much right now. 5:08 remaining.
First down for Macomb.
A Sports Corner first down for the Bombers as they continue to methodically move it down the field here.
Ethan Harrison in that fullback right now.
And that was Harrison on the carry, wasn't it?
Yep, that was.
For about 2-yard gain.
Took a hit and still went forward. Unfortunately, the defensive lineman still took a hold of him.
4-yard gain for Harrison. .420 remaining. Subs coming in and out now for both teams. New quarterback coming in for the Bombers, I do believe, as well.
Combs calls timeout.
And they run the clock all the way down as far as they can.
4:04 on the clock.
I'm being told the game tomorrow is at 2 o'clock. A 2 o'clock game tomorrow. I said 1. I apologize, folks. Yeah, but Kenny's right beside me. He said he knew that. Just ignore what Dwayne says. Yeah, that's normally what Kenny does, is ignores what Dwayne says, that's for sure.
Come on, Kenny.
As we'll still try to do the best we can down the stretch here, but for some reason we just cannot make this computer work tonight. We thought we found the issue earlier with the scoring program. No such luck.
Jackson Barclay at quarterback.
Barclay's been the backup. And the ball carrier is going to be number 18, Charlie Hernandez, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. As they run the clock down a little bit more.
Preston Schroeder at 73, Jackson Strum.
3:45 to go.
Defense putting in some subs right now.
Cougars playing some others as well.
Defense is scrambling to get set.
Barkley from the shotgun again. 3:25 remaining. Handoff up the middle. Hernandez, I believe, again.
Number 18 picks up a few from Macomb. Brought down by number 20, Spencer Brown.
It was Hernandez, senior. Pick up about 4.
The grass monster got him.
Yeah, you'll have that occasionally. Got 6 yards unofficially on 2 carries. Clock running with 2:54 remaining in the football game.
And they'll go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, they can run the clock out pretty much so they can get this Sports Corner first down. Hernandez looking for running room around the right side. Isn't going to find any. He's going to slide down, lose 2. And it'll be a turnover on downs to the Cougars. And it'll be 1st and 10 Cougars at their own 39-yard line, 38 maybe. We're so low here, it's hard for us to see, and I apologize for that. 38-yard line, 1st and 10 Cougars at the 38.
I think they are taking a timeout right now.
They haven't started the play clock yet, so they've still got time. They're trying to find all the subs to put in here, as they're going to put all new players in as well, and a bunch of new players in for the Bombers also. Out there for the Bombers, number 55, Nicholas Ford, number 71, I saw jumping around out there, who we don't even have on our roster.
77 in Alex Brown.
They are going to take the timeout now. Oh, 77 is who I saw jumping around, excuse me. So they are taking a timeout after that. And so we'll take a break as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this. And to welcome back here to ROWVA High School as a bunch of subs have come in, and ROWVA finally got their players in the right spot. And Tyler Cummings, thank you very much. Things do happen, but we don't have to like it. Just like you folks at home don't have to like watching it. We don't like it happening. So we'll work hard to try to keep it from happening again, but it's hard to know what happened to in this instance. We've had problems we've never seen before. So handoff's going to go to the Cougars, and it's a nice gain on 1st down.
Nice tackle by Ethan Harrison there.
Handoff goes to number 32, Jack Cordell.
Number 32 on the carry.
4 on the play.
Jack Cordell. He gets 4. 2nd down and 6. Actually, I'd give him 5. Give him 5.
5.
Give him 5, Mr. Statman. 2:05 remaining in the football game. Cordell, number 32, got the 5 yards. It's 2nd down and 5 for the Cougars. Under 2 minutes to play now. Up the middle it goes. On the carry, number 3, Dalton Hurts. That's a 1st and 10 for a gain of about 8. It's 1st and 10 with 1:30 remaining in the football game. 50-21 is the score. Pitch out far side, Cordell, and what a stop over there. Is that number 4?
Cohen Green.
It was number 4?
Yep.
Cohen Green
Yep.
on the tackle. Loss of 4. 2nd down and 16. Under a minute to go now. So after this one, because we continue to have these problems with the service here or internet or whatever is causing our issues, we're going to skip the interview with Coach Horrell tonight. We'll go over some quick stats, and we'll call it an evening, folks. Under 40 seconds to go now. As it's second down and 14, make it almost 15 for the Cougars. Pitch is going to come near side. Cordell on a carry again, and there's a hold. It's going to come back. And they get him out of bounds, and it would have been a first down, but the hold is going to be called in the backfield, or actually right about the line of scrimmage. 24.7 seconds remaining. And it's 50-21. It will be a holding penalty for the Cougars. Bring up second down and 25 if they take the penalty. And the team's trying to walk up. What are they calling?
Face mask on the defense.
Face mask penalty on Macomb.
Well, I'd like to see the replay of that. That's not what I saw. But they're going to mark off 15 yards, and it'll be first and 10. Sure. That looked like a hold to me, but
sometimes when you get a hold right here, it's kind of hard to tell whether you either got the bit of the face mask or the front of it.
Handoff's going to go up the middle, and it might be a touchdown here, and it's going to be a touchdown run for Dalton Hurts for a 21-yard touchdown run with 23 seconds remaining. A lot of scoring in this one, folks. It's lasted a lot longer than we anticipated it going. It's 9:30 already.
Eesh.
Miller on the kick again. Kick is up and no good. Wide left, I think. Did go wide left. Kick failed.
Wide left. Extra point, no good.
So with 23 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, it becomes 50-27. Bombers with the lead. Makes it look a little more respectable, Keegan, but this was really, especially from about mid-second quarter on, a dominating performance for the Bombers.
Yeah, it has. From the third quarter, the Bombers just put on the gas, and there was just no answer for their offense. Jack just kept on doing what he did, throw the ball really well, and then Max Reiner just never stopped running out of steam. He just kept on going faster and faster and stronger and stronger.
15 of 16 is what I had him for 234 yards.
I had for the leading rusher for ROWVA, Brian Bertelshofer with 40 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Max Reiner had 16 carries for 146 yards unofficially. 23 seconds remaining, and I'm going to kick it off here, and it should be about, and I'll run through the scoring summary when we're done here so you folks can understand why this game lasted 2 hours and 20 minutes, or 2 hours and 30 minutes. Deep kick this time. And they're going to take a knee. Jeter was back there and took the knee, and he did not want to take the knee because I don't get to return those very often.
But he's like, ah.
Yeah, he was told to do that, I would imagine, before he ever went out there.
I'm pretty sure he knew. Coach was probably in his ear like, okay, you know what to do, just. Yeah.
Yep, take the knee and let's get out of here with the victory. One knee is all that's needed. I don't think that the Cougars will take any timeouts. I think they'd still have 2 remaining, but it's not enough to save you from getting another touch. So it's going to be a knee.
And that'll be it.
And Duncan actually came back in to take that knee, as a matter of fact, and that'll be the end of the ball game. Bombers win 50-27 here at ROWVA Williams Field as the Cougars fall to the Bombers at ROWVA High School. You've been watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb Bomber Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Max Reiner, 16 carries for 146 yards unofficially. Denzel Cochran, 5 carries for 28. Connor Bishop, 2 carries for 7 yards. Jaden Jones, 1 carry for 13 yards. Lindsey May, 4 carries for 6 yards. Hernandez had 3 carries for 4 yards. Harrison had 1 carry for 4 yards. Jack Duncan unofficially 15 of 16 for 234 yards and a couple touchdowns, I believe. We'll talk about that in a second. JT Jeter, 9 catches for 147 yards, including a 65-yard touchdown. Jaden Jones had 4 catches for 34 yards, including a 15-yard touchdown pass. And Langdon Allen had 2 catches for 53 yards. Here's the scoring summary. We'll go through it pretty quickly. Well, as quickly as you can when it's 50-27. Bombers scored first in the first quarter, 4:45 remaining. Reiner, a 5-yard touchdown run. Duncan connected with Holthouse for the 2-point conversion. It was 8-0. With 11:57 to go in the second quarter, Beldershofer, am I saying that right? Number 24, Bertelshofer scored on a 6-yard run. Miller had the kick, and it was 8-7. The Bombers answered with 9:48 to go in the second quarter. Duncan had a 1-yard run. The run was no good. It was 14-7. With 6:46 to go in the second quarter, it was a 5-yard run for Bertelshofer. Miller with the PAT, and we're tied at 14. With 4:26 to go in the second quarter, Reiner had a 8-yard touchdown run, and it was 20-14 after the pass failed. The Bombers then scored with 26.4 seconds to go in the half on a 15-yard pass from Duncan to Jones. Duncan had the 2-point conversion run. It was 28-14. That's where we went in at the half. With 10:18 to go in the third quarter, Reiner scored on a 5-yard touchdown run. The pass failed. It was 34-14. With 6:44 to go in the third quarter, Danner connected with number 11, Lewis Sams, for a 5-yard touchdown pass. Miller had the kick, and it was 34-21. With 5:53 to go in the third quarter, it was Duncan connecting with Jeter for a 65-yard touchdown pass. Langdon Allen had the 2-point conversion run. It was 42-21. With 8:52 to go in the fourth quarter, Reiner scored on an 11-yard touchdown run. Jones had the 2-point conversion run. It was 50-21. And then with 23 seconds remaining, Dalton Hurts scored the final touchdown of the game. The kick was no good, and Hurts scored on a 21-yard touchdown run to make the final score 50-27. We went through the stats real quick. If you want to give a few stats that you have for the Cougars, that'd be great.
All right. For passing, I had Nolan Goverdale with 9 carries for 39 yards for Brian Bertelshofer. I had 11 carries for 40 yards and 2 touchdowns. For Jack Goodsale, I had 9 carries for 18 yards. And then for receiving-wise, I had Lewis Sams with the 1-yard, 5 TD reception. Adam Cole with 3 receptions for 24 yards. Luke Nelson's for 2 receptions for 20 yards. And then Jack Goodsale with a 42-yard reception. And for passing, I had the quarterback 7 for 12 with 1 interception and 1 passing touchdown.
Well, that'll do it here from ROWVA High School. The Bombers stay undefeated on the season with a 50-27 win over the previously undefeated ROWVA Williamsfield Cougars. Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Coach Horrell was headed over this way. We're going to intercept him and save him the hassle of running all the way over here, as we've been having these technical issues tonight. We'll catch up with him midweek sometime next week and let you hear what he has to say, maybe on a special broadcast middle of the week. So for Tegan Perry, for Kenny Suter on the camera, I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for bearing with us tonight. If you stuck through the end, we will see you next week, and we will do better. Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You've been watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.